how's it going? And today I just wanted to show you something cool about LightWave. It has so many hidden, not necessarily hidden features, but just so many features under the hood that I think you could spend a lifetime studying it and still not know everything there is to know. But I was interested in this because I was trying to render out of Unreal Engine in a sequence, and you can render in EXR images format, but I don't have, my Photoshop is an old program and I really don't even have any programs. I think I might have to re-download DaVinci Resolve, but right at the moment I don't have any programs that I can even see EXR images on, except I forgot LightWave works with EXR images, and I was just going to show you how you can use it kind of as an EXR image viewer if you're in a pinch and you just want to look at an EXR image. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into model, we're in layout, and we'll just go to geometry and we'll go to a ground plane and we'll go OK, and then on its pitch we're just going to put it to -90. So we need a surface to mess around with, and then what we can do is we're going to go into the surface editor, go to the edit node graph, and we'll go to image here, and then we'll just go ahead and import a image. So I have it here is an EXR. I'll just grab one there, it doesn't matter which one, and we can see it right away, at least over here, so it imports no problems. It is in linear color space, so we're just going to go ahead and put this into color, and if we come over here, of course it's not projecting on the right axis, so what we have to do is we have to fix that. So I've got to double click here, trying to keep this window open. I think if I minimize this, no, I guess I gotta just close it. No, that doesn't, it's right here. Let me minimize that one. There we go. Okay, let's do it like this. So we just have to go to what's called front projector, and there's our image. And what's cool about this is that on the scale, if I go on the ground object, I can just stretch this. I think what on the X here, oops, I can stretch it pretty easily, and probably on the Y, no, or is it, don't tell me it's a Z. I guess it is the Z. Let me back out here a little bit. I'm going to show you something you got to do to get messing around with this. So I guess it is on the Z, right to there. And so that's pretty much the full-size image. So here's something that I realized is that if we match our camera perspective, so we can punch in on this whole thing, pretty much fill the screen with it, and I can match my camera perspective. And then if I go into VPR, you're going to see we don't see anything all of a sudden. It doesn't help to go into camera either. Still don't see anything. So what we have to do, I realized, is it has an alpha channel, so we just have to invert the alpha, and then we can see the image. And then what's cool about this is that you can actually go in and edit the image here in LightWave. And you have to make sure, one thing is you got to make sure if you hit D, let me just make sure you're in the right sRGB color space there. And other than that, you can go in and play around with the brightness and see what you can get with just these controls. But wait, there's more. You can go in here and there's a tone map that you can use and play around with, and a whole bunch of other things. But one I was playing around with was the tone map, and if you click this, it gives you some options in here as well. So you can play around with these as well. Some of them seem to work better than others, but there's Filmic. Really changes the look quite a bit. So this one really seems to brighten things up and change the colors quite a bit. And then they also have an Aces Filmic in here. And that does too. Or, you could just, keep it in linear and see what you get. Or you could just turn off the tone map altogether and then just edit it here and see what you can get out of it. Maybe just bump up the contrast a little. This is actually just a very nice look. I wish you could see my monitor right now. That's a very nice look right there. And then the interesting thing about this is that when it comes time to render, once you get something, framed up on here, you can, I'm just noticing, looking at my ground plane here, let me see something here real fast. Yeah, so I think it's my camera position that might be off here. So let me see. I'm just curious if my pitch is off. So I might zero these out. So I'm maybe looking at it more straight. And if I go on to this here, I'm just going to move it on the Y. Yeah, looking at a little bit more straight on there. Yeah, so what's cool about this is not only can you really get in here and just get a nice look at these images, you can, when you go to render them out, you have a ton of options on the rendering here. That's one thing that's always blown my mind about LightWave, is the depth on the bench as far as your rendering options. It has a ton of rendering options. So if I go to continue and I come here to file, render, look at all these. I mean, it's crazy. We have TIFF, YUV, we have RIS, we got RGB, RLA, PSD, PNG, EXR, DPX, BMP. I mean, it's mind-boggling the amount of options you have. And usually I'll just render out in a PNG. So now that I have this image, I can just go ahead and render this out, and then I can take it into a program, just Photoshop, and crop it, and then I have something to work with. So it's just a really cool thing about LightWave. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you, that if you have an EXR and you just want to get a look at it, this is one thing that you can do. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Take care and have a great day.